This week I took 3 trades, 2 wins and 1 loss. So this is a screenshot of my performance through the week. Yep, so the problem is the loss came from a mistake I shouldn't have made and it wiped out the good executions, and I took profits earlier than I should. So in this video I break down exactly where I broke my rules and where I'm going forward to fix it. Okay, so this is the trade on 3rd February during New York session. Based on the news, 3rd February New York session, there's no news that will be highly impacting the trade. And then there is a cluster right here and a confirmation candle. So here is the mistake. Let me just label it for you. This candle was the mistake. There was a big bullish candle, right, that I failed to quantify or to think that is relevant to me. So this big bullish candle actually invalidates this confirmation candle that I have here. Even though the rest of the conditions were lining up, there was a support zone. Price did break down through 2 daily levels, which is important for my strategy. There must be some interaction with the daily levels, but this big bullish candle actually go up, all right? So invalidates this confirmation candle. So by right, there shouldn't be any trade for now. So this was the close of the 5 AM candle, which I tried to anticipate a trade, but that's not rules based. So let's see the next candle. Yes, so this was the candle. I took a stop order. Basically, I set a pending order at the daily levels, right, with anticipation that price will go down. But based on my research and my data compiling, I realized that I perform better with market execution when the candle closed. So if you study candlesticks, the price actually go all the way down to this level and then it reverse up and close here. So which means it is rejecting off the daily levels, right? Coupled with the fact that the dominant candle is still this big 4 AM candle over here, this big bullish candle. So as you can see, yeah, so price did close like that, yeah, and then go straight to my stop loss. Yeah, so going forward, what I can do well is I could have just wait for candle close, because how price works is sometimes, price go all the way down and then it starts to go up and then close like that. Also, sometimes you need to wait for the final result of the candle before you can determine your direction or your plan. At least that's what works for me. Okay, so next we will go to the 2 winning trades. These were correct executions, but I closed with less profits, right? So I'm just gonna replay this right here. So for this trade, actually it is in a range. I was waiting for the breakout of that range. So when price goes below all these daily levels, these green lines over here, and then I was waiting for the high of the end of the high impact news on 2nd February. So this candle, okay, wait, 2nd February 7 AM. Yep, so I took it at 5 AM close when there's a break. So if I go to the 15-minute, I'll just retract. So 15-minute, there was a break of structure as well, using this indicator that I plug in on TradingView. Yeah, so when price actually closed below the daily levels and below this institutional level and close to this 500 level, I'm thinking that it will go down based on my rules, because it broke off the range and it showed clearer signs that this resistance zone was more respected. Yeah, so resistance zone respected, confirmation candle that shows direction, that break through significant levels, there's volume, and then I enter 15 pips profit, but I close it at around 11 pips, I think. So there was some fear involved. Yeah, so I really need to tell myself to close it at 15, basically shift to break even at 10 pips. Okay, so there's that, and then there's another trade on 4th February. for February. Let's go. Okay, so for February, buyers is buy sell, right? So there's a lot of news going on, 5:15 and 7. I only took a trade after 7 a.m. to reduce the volatility. So I'm just gonna fast forward. Yeah, this was the exact position that I took a trade right here. So I'm just gonna put it out on the M15, 15 pip. He's able to go more than that, but I closed it at 11. Yeah, I took this trade after it's around 7 when there's high impact news. Yup, but on hindsight, it would be better if I took it right here. Give it some time for price to stabilize before the release of the high impact news, which is at 7 a.m. Yeah, so again, buyers is buy sell, can go in either direction. There's a cluster or resistance zone at a significant level at the 200, right? So at the start of the session, price broke through the range, broke through this institutional level, reacted at the daily levels, and closed here. So this was the sign. But at this point of time, there's some high impact news going on, which is evident by this one, ISM services PMI. So I waited for a while. I waited for the close of this candle at 7, which there's high impact news. I wait for price to react a while before I enter again at the same position, because price reacted at this fair value gap on the 15 minute. And there's momentum as showed by the indicator right here. And I only went 11 pips where I could have gone 15 pips. So hindsight, I should have just allowed the trade to run for it to go to at least 15. At least based on my data, around 80% of my trades go to 15 pips. So I really need to get over the fear. Yes, the fear of losing. Yeah, so I think that's all for my sharing. Going forward, I just want to be sure to actually, close trades at 15 pips instead of earlier, and to take note of stop orders. I will go with candle close. That will be more stable as well. Yeah, so thanks for watching, and I hope you learned something today.